for those words of encouragement.
Determined, focused, persevering, and unrelenting. Imaginative, inspirational, competent, and a dreamer. No, I'm not reading from a thesaurus. I'm merely enumerating a few qualities possessed by our esteemed chairman, Jain Group of Institutions, Dr. R. Chenraj Jain. We request Dr. R. Chenraj Jain to kindly address the gathering.
Dinesh, the leader of CMS. I think in short and brief, he has given the essence of message of life. How seriously you will take it depends on you all. Respected teachers, all my young leaders, freshers, as well as senior students. When it comes to organizational skills, I give 10 out of 10 points to any CMS activity. So it's become a kind of a appreciation every time, and they live up to that expectation. I also felt very sad re-echoing Dinesh's words. I normally have extraordinary energy 24 hours a day, but today I lost my energy when I found students not respecting themselves. Not only prayer, at the time of the invocation dance, when they invoke the divine, they invoke the nature. A very well-established team, including a faculty member, who performed with so much of rhythm, so much of grace, so much of intensity. And some of you are making fun, or maybe you are making mock at yourself, or maybe you are not sure about what you are doing. You feel that you have become very competent just because you have come into CMS. Yes, you were competent, that's why you are here. So there is no doubt about it. But then how will you be able to shape yourself? Freshers days when we talk talents, out of 1,500 students or 600 odd admissions, 580 admissions, maybe 150 people may exhibit their talents and 400 may be the witness for it. You may be talented in some other activities. But somewhere we have to become calm within ourselves, and I see you are very agitated. External gratification, I can compare with every act of yours. At 20 what you do, I can do every activity of yours at 20 if I want to. And I have seen life. I have 50,000 students around me, 5 lakh people I do talk to them across the country, outside the country. And I know what is life. I know what is entertainment. I know what is success. I know what is leadership. I know what is the competency all of you have got. I have millions of case studies in my mind. Trillions of situations I have experienced. And what you are doing now at 5th standard, I have seen all these things in my life in those days when there was no internet and technologies. And there was some purpose, there was some idea, there was some concept, there was some theme, there was some process behind the building of JGI. And maybe you're all very competent people investing 5 lakh rupees for 3 years, another 5 lakh rupees on your personal, 10 lakh rupees. Maybe I didn't have that luxury of 10 lakh rupees. I had only 10 rupees in my pocket when I started my life at 13. Not that I didn't watch the entertainment, not that I didn't have any friends. I had everything. Everything at my disposal at the age of 14. When I was 0, it takes 1 year for me to succeed in my life. But then I chose a purpose in a different way, that how do we tap the young intellectual level of the mind and how we can make a difference out of them. This is what I have seen, and CMS has succeeded in every aspect in the last 14 years. Foundation laid by Jain Group, foundation laid by Dinesh, a very young person when he joined this group, and today he commands respect not only in CMS but across the country also. Now that is the power of mind, that is the power of capacity. So I want all of you to look up to yourself. Yesterday I had a session in MBA batch in Jayanagar. Some 30 to 40 odd CMS students were present in that session, and they also were one of the students like you all 3 years before. Same energy, same enthusiasm, but they fizzled out very fast. I don't want you to fizzle out like a soda bottle, and it looks very energetic, but then you lose interest very fast. You lose the steam very fast. These 20, 30, 40 odd students, what I'm talking, CMS students, as well as some BCom students, 240 students batch, they wanted to do entrepreneurship, global MBA. They wanted to take up another international business programs. And I had a 2.5 hour session with them. And when I go to the corporate world, when I talk for 2.5 hours, I think they wake without any statistics or figures. I just stand there and talk to them. And they are all corporate honkers worth 5,000 crores turnover or 1,000 crores turnover. And you have to have the turnover in your mind over a period of time. So this is a college life for all of you to excel, compete with yourself. When I was talking to the students, I asked them that you did BBM, you are a very good speaker, you attended all the orientation programs of 15 to 20 days, excitement, energy, all the power-packed speakers came and spoke to all of you, and you have completed 3 eventful calendar years in CMS and in BCom in JC Road. Now I want 2 students to come and stand after 2.5 hours of my talk. I want all of you to express yourself for 3 minutes. Unfortunately, they went through all the programs in CMS, all the event managements, conducted precipice events, won some competitions, but sorry to say, they could not even speak for 2.5 minutes. Why? Because there was no purpose, there was no plan, there was no sequencing, there was no 80+ mark students, very good. You don't require more than 2 days to get 80% of marks because all of you are capable. And you know this information, the textbook information and whatever the teachers will teach in the classroom, if you pay attention properly for half an hour, maybe 2 days you study and you get 80% marks. Then I asked how many of you are chief Toastmasters? I attended 1001 Toastmasters International Talk. 1992 it was launched. One of the finest public speaking platform in the world. And the founder person who brought this to India, he was also present there. There were 6 people on the stage. And they invited me for the 1001 talk after 18 years. And they said, in 18 years, we have never heard this kind of approach in 28 minutes, Mr. Jain, what you said. I wish you would have met us 18 years before. We would have had 10,000 Toastmasters clubs in India. So the idea was not that what I expressed or what they did in 18 years. The whole idea was that essence of time, did we establish it and did we continue it and did we utilize it and optimize it? Now this is the approach which is more important. I have seen life. I have seen young generation who have succeeded more powerful than what they are. So all of you are embedded with extraordinary talent. Keep that in mind, my dear friends. And that MBA, they start again, those 40 to 60 students from Jain College who joined this MBA program in our Jain College. And then they realized that they didn't utilize their time properly. Yes, they did get good marks. They did participate in activities. But then they missed out on the sequencing of it so that they could build a structure out of that and become something, a different person. And they said the life has to start again. So here, my dear friends, keep that in mind. 300 new students, I have not even spoken to them. I had an experience of giving an introductory talk in an Atria hotel where 300 odd students were there. And some of you were not there. And I told Dinesh that I would like to see them and meet them and talk to them because I may not get an opportunity to go to the classroom, but put them in a NIMHANS center. Today I don't want to take much time. I may take only 5 minutes. Give me just 6 hours of time. Then let me see that how their battery is not getting charged and how it cannot get internalized. Disha one program I spoke to Dinesh. Those students who have scored 50 marks and 60 marks in management quota, what I gave them seats, taking donations, 2 lakh rupees, 3 lakh rupees. I did collect 1 crore rupees. And this 1 crore rupees was sent to the free school in Amity where we adopted 600 children. I sent that money there. And there are first year, second year and third year, there are 2 sections who would have not scored well in marks, maybe in academic, but they are excellent in other activities. So why don't we tap those talents? Out of those 560 odd students who have joined this year, maybe 100 students may be on 50 to 65% marks level, but that doesn't mean that we compare them with the marks of others of 95. They are competent in their own way. Why don't you profile them? Now 1,500 management leaders in CMS, it's a power-packed intelligent minds. And I will not get this kind of batch across the country. When Dinesh said, I do agree with him that it is one of the good batches or the best batches what they had this year, among the 14 batches, which I also echoed that sentiments without even meeting all the students. But 1,500 people, can you imagine you are as good as 1,500 trillions? And that you will not understand now what I am telling you all. And to come to conclude, your 3 calendar years, with conviction I can say that you are not going to utilize more than 15 hours of your studies maximum in a year, only 15 hours. How much you are going to be attentive in the classes out of those first semester and second semester, third semester, fourth and fifth and sixth 6 semesters. Maximum maybe you are going to utilize your time of 40 minutes of class in a day, or maximum maybe 100 hours or 200 hours. So you may utilize productively maybe in 3 calendar years. 3 calendar years is equivalent to only 140 days a year. Because you take it as your right to skip the classes of 25%, and I see more than 300 students begging Dinesh for the hall ticket with various creative, extraordinary excuses, whatever may be the reasons for you all have, because for you college life is fun. For me, fun with responsibility, freedom with empowerment, freshers days with accountability. Now these 3 words are enough for me for you to get into your thought process and make you all believe that you are not ordinary capable youngsters, you are extraordinary. You are not only ordinary capable youngsters, you are extraordinary. And your age is not biologically maybe 20, but you are as good as 50 and 60 what we think, better than us, maybe in various aspects, which I acknowledge that. More than 100 students a day, maybe individually or personally, I do talk to them. And I did tell in my introductory session that twice a year you meet me for 10 minutes, that's more than enough. I can keep your battery charged for 100 years. Multitasking, multifarious activities. Nothing is required in this world to build an empire. You just require a dream. You just require 10 rupees in your pocket. That's more than enough to build $1 trillion empire. And we have done it. With our students have done it. Our teachers have done it. We have taken the fees, we have paid the salaries, we have paid the interest, we have paid the bank loans, and we built the edifice. So that is the power of your mind, my dear friends. So you are not going to utilize, to conclude, not more than 300 hours in all 3 years, but you have got 8,760 hours, 25,000 hours, and that is the exact timetable I used to all the MBA students in my introductory session for 2-3 hours. And every student of CMS and Jain College student from BCom acknowledged that they didn't utilize and optimize their time of 3 calendar years. Otherwise, they would have not been like this today, without even expressing properly that what they had to have a goal in life and what would be their plan. They are not sure about it, in spite of investing 8 lakh rupees. So 8 lakh rupees of your MBA, 10 lakh rupees of your investment, 18 lakh rupees, economics makes a lot of sense. These 18 lakh rupees can become extraordinary funds, and it can wipe out so many activities, the environmental situation, where you can become an extraordinary business leaders. So for me, I made Dinesh believe that every student can be profiled, and made them think that if you can keep yourself busy 12 hours a day, which you are not going to utilize your time. Yes, on college level, 12 hours you are going to exist. Maybe 4 hours in the CMS timing, or maybe after that 20 hours, I don't know what you will be having. And all the orientation sessions, what was being conducted by all your superiors who came as extraordinary trainers and facilitators. Even if 2 points you can take out of each trainer, you already succeeded yourself in your mind now. Only thing you have to apply it and you have to move ahead. And any success in life, my dear friends, will take at least 15 to 20 years. Even a vertical success for you to achieve that. So that sequencing and logical approach and the purpose of life is going to be very important for all of you. Otherwise, you are going to lose your steam, you are going to lose your energy, you are going to lose your enthusiasm, and somewhere you may just go round and round, and if you don't stand for something, you may fall at everything. Boys and girls, as young leaders, they have to be, a college life has to be fun. Not that it should not be fun. You should go out maybe 5-10% of the classes, you may be out of your classes, nothing wrong in that. But can you utilize 5 activities in a year? You have more than 5 parallel activities, from your classes to your Toastmasters to your maybe CAT training, or maybe other co-curricular, extracurricular activities, projects or research. If you can invest your time wisely, 10 hours a day, 14 hours keeping for yourself, 10 hours a day is going to be completely 3,600 hours, 10,000 hours if you can utilize it properly. I can challenge you and I assure you all that you are 500 times ahead of any undergraduate student across the world. Now that is the power of mind. And CMS has got that potentials. You have got that extraordinary capabilities. Will you utilize that? Will be my personal wish to all of you. And I want all of you to succeed. This pin drop silence what you are maintained today, maybe it is because of the chairperson is speaking, or maybe Dinesh spoke to all of you. You respect. That means you have that qualities. You have that qualities of dignity. You have the qualities of etiquettes. Only thing you have to just be aware of it, what you are doing. And it's not that you should not enjoy your life, which I told you. Again, I repeat that. You should have extraordinary fun in your college life, because your personal life is your personal life. But demarcate, set the standards, have a purpose, set a small goal, manage yourself, manage your time, and I think you are an achiever. And what you can do in next 10 years, others would have taken 100 years, others may take 100 years to achieve it, like people like us would have taken 100 years, and you have an opportunity to capitalize and optimize in 10 years. So my best wishes to each and every young leader present here. I wish I have a time with you all at least once a month for half an hour or 1 hour in this kind of auditorium. And all the 1,500 people, I can challenge you that I can tell you that what are you capable of. I just have to look at you and talk to you for 2 minutes. That's more than enough, because that's my job, morning 6 o'clock to 12 o'clock. I only sleep for 2.5 hours. And I have managed 1,000 nuisance values in a day and 1,000 stories I can recreate and reproduce to all of you, which is not available in the classroom syllabus. It's not available. So thinking out of the box, it's become a phenomenon for me. And I didn't have any qualification like you all. I didn't have any exposure like you all. I had only school dropout 8th standard education, but I can speak English for 24 hours non-stop, including all the grammar and all your activities. And I can teach your 65 subjects in just 2 days and complete all your syllabus in 2 days if I want to. So it's not difficult, whether it is technology, whether it is humanities, whether it is science, whether it's environment, whether it's metaphysics, whether it is space, or whether it is extraordinary management activities. It is all possible for me to talk. I don't need to read any books, because I read you all. I look at you all in the morning till evening, and what you have learned in the whole day or 3 years, it is enough for me, your reflection is enough for me to take out from your mind and reproduce it back to all of you only. That's more than enough. I don't need to talk about the new theories or new management theories. So you are the management theory for yourself. Convert it into practice, and please look into it that everybody wants to succeed in life, and you also want to succeed in life, but your success should be like a phenomenon. And I want to see you all a phenomenon leaders over a period of time, where you add value to yourself, the society and the world, and people take pride in you, and you feel proud of yourself. My best wishes to all of you. Have a great innings, have fun, enjoy your life, and make yourself possible.